Depending on when you're watching this, it was just a few short months ago that I found myself sitting alone in my office with a gun to my head. I thought I had everything that I needed: success, financial stability, respect. But deep inside, I was lost. No matter how much I achieved, the weight of my past, it just kept creeping in. The unresolved childhood trauma, the anger that seemed to come out of nowhere, and this constant feeling of being disconnected from the people I loved most. I tried to push it all down, to act like I had it all under control, but it just didn't go away. It showed up in ways that I just couldn't ignore anymore. I was drinking so damn much to numb the pain. I was eating like crap and just zoning out in front of screens instead of facing my problems. I was breaking, and worse, my family was feeling it. They were walking on eggshells around me, unsure of when I would snap or just shut down completely. I don't know, maybe you can relate. Maybe you feel like no matter how much you accomplish, you are still haunted by the things from your past. Maybe the anger and frustration feel just impossible to control. And maybe, just maybe, your family is starting to feel like strangers because you don't know how to let them in anymore. And here's the real hard truth, okay? Ignoring it doesn't work. Pretending you're fine doesn't fix anything. You have to face this shit head on. And I want to give you a few things that help me pull myself out of that dark place, okay? And I know these can help you too. I want to tell you guys about someone I worked with who was in a really dark place. He's a successful professional, doing everything he could to keep it together on the outside. But inside, he was drowning. The memories from his past were hitting him hard. He felt trapped, stuck in a cycle he couldn't break. He told me one night that he stood on the edge of his building seriously thinking about jumping because he just didn't see a way out. No amount of success could silence the pain that he had been carrying for years. So together we worked through some of these exact steps that I'm about to share with you. And now today, he's in a completely different place. No longer living in the shadow of his past. He's present, connected, and finally taking control of his emotions.
I looked at her and I confessed that I was ready to just call it quits. She broke out into tears and she hugged me and told me how much she loved me. And she said, please thank Jason for his intervention. You came at the right time, bro. I just want you to know, not everyone says thank you or they appreciate you, but we fucking appreciate you, bro. Literally have saved our family.
Step number 1, face your past head on. Most of us were taught to move on and just get over it. But the truth is, the pain that we bury, that shit doesn't disappear. It sits there, silently running our lives from the background. So the first step is to acknowledge it. Take some time to think about what events from your past are still affecting you today. What happened that hurt you the most? How did it make you feel back then? How does it still show up in your life today? Write that down. Don't hold back. Getting it in the open, even if it's just for yourself, is a powerful first step. When you acknowledge your past instead of running from it, you take away its power over you. Step number 2, validate your emotions. One of the biggest mistakes we make is telling ourselves that we shouldn't feel this way. Maybe you were told to just toughen up, stop being so damn emotional, or to just deal with it. But the truth is, your feelings are valid. The pain, the anger, the sadness, it all makes sense when you look at where it comes from. Instead of pushing those feelings down, try giving yourself the validation that you never received. Say to yourself, it's okay that I feel this way. What I went through was real, and it mattered. I'm allowed to feel hurt by this, but I don't have to stay stuck in it. When you acknowledge your emotions instead of avoiding them, you start the healing process. Step number 3, reassure yourself the way that you needed back then. A lot of our struggles today come from the fact that we didn't get the support or the reassurance that we needed when we were younger. Maybe you grew up feeling like you had to handle everything on your own. Maybe you felt like no one truly had your back. And the truth is, the person you were back then, they deserved love, reassurance, support. And it's not too late to give that to yourself. So try this exercise. Write a letter to your younger self. Tell them what they needed to hear back then. Let them know they weren't alone, that they mattered, and that things can get better. This is a simple fucking practice that can start to heal those old wounds in ways that you didn't think were possible. I promise you. Step number 4, take back control of your emotions. Once you start facing your past, the next step is learning how to manage your emotions in a healthy way. We can't control what happened to us, but we can control how we respond to it now. So here are a few things you can do right away to start taking control. Breathing exercises work really well. When you feel anger or stress building up, take some deep breaths in and out. Focus only on your breathing. It sounds simple, but it works. Move your body. Exercise is one of the best ways to release that built up tension and stress. Whether it's hitting the gym or just going for a walk, get moving and talk it out. Try finding someone that you trust, whether it's a friend, a mentor, or someone who's been through it. Talking things through helps you process what's going on inside. Step number 5, reconnect with some people who matter most to you. Right now, the people who love you might feel like they are on the outside looking in. Maybe they don't know how to help, or maybe they have been pushed away. One of the most powerful things you can do is take some small steps to reconnect. Put your phone down and give your full attention when your kids are talking to you. Be honest with your partner instead of bottling things up. Tell them, I love you, even when it feels awkward. Small actions like these rebuild trust and connection, and they remind you that you're not alone in this journey. Just imagine what your life could look like if you did this work. Picture waking up every day feeling lighter, without that constant weight of the past dragging you down. Imagine handling tough situations with patience instead of frustration. Think about how it would feel to be fully present with your family, feeling connected and in control instead of distant and lost. You would finally feel at peace and have that energy and clarity to enjoy your life instead of just surviving in it. You would know without a doubt that you are showing up as the best fucking version of yourself, not just for your family, but for you. This change is possible, and it starts with a choice. You can keep doing what you've been doing, pushing it down, pretending you're fine, and just hoping it all goes away. Or you can take that first step today and start taking control of your life. Listen, if this message is speaking to you and you're ready to take a step further, let's chat. No pressure, no expectations, just an honest conversation about where you are and where you want to be.